Young people like me and my peers are constantly being bombarded with sexual contents these days, and social media makes it even worse. So, when is the right time for us to access sex education that makes us aware of ourselves and better prepared for adolescent and adult life? Where did you first hear about sex, and then where exactly, and what exactly did you hear about?
I heard about it when I was in primary 6, and then it was when our teacher was teaching us about adolescent. It was just like we shouldn't have sex because we are young. He didn't actually say many things about it.
I heard about sex from my sitting partner. She was actually telling me about her experience. She had sex and she was telling me about it. She told me about the pain she went through because that was actually the first time she had sex, and then how she bled and then all those things.
I first learned about sex in the house. So I accidentally entered my mom's room and saw my mom and dad on the bed, and I didn't understand. So I went to tell my siblings and they explained to me that it is sex. But they didn't tell me what actually was going on. They just told me say it is sex.
I first heard about sex in the house. My parents were talking about my cousin. My cousin went to have sex with this girl and she got pregnant. So I was, what do you mean by sex? And it was like, they can't tell me more because of my age. I was like 8 at that time, so they can't give me more information. But sex is about two people, boy, girl, having fun.
I was watching a movie with my mom, and the characters were engaging in sexual related activities. And then my mom told me what they were doing. And she told me not to engage in such activities because it could lead to so many things, such as the sexually transmitted diseases and then also teenage pregnancy.
Do you think the information you got on sex was too early, or you think it was too late for you?
As at 7, it was too early because it made me more curious.
It was too late. I wanted to know about it, but then my mom kept delaying. I felt I wanted to know more about it.
I was 8 at that time, so I was curious. I started asking more questions about sex. I always go back to come up from school and ask about sex. So she was like, "Is that what they teach in school?" I felt like I got knowledge about sex at very late. At 8 years old. 8 years was very late for me because my peers knew more.
When you were constantly asking her, did she give you the accurate information that you needed?
Yeah, she didn't want to upload it on me, so every time I asked, she gave me something small.
My time, I see it to be normal. Time I got to know about it because I entered the room and I've seen it. You can't do anything about it. I've seen it. Either you tell me more about it, or I go and practice and know how it feels like. And also, they didn't tell me, like, they didn't go into details. I kept on asking myself questions. So I got some time, I was asking my peers, what is sex about? They were all giving me rough answers.
At what point did you satisfy your curiosity?
I went to search for it, like the meaning, the definition. I went through to see if that was what I actually saw on the bed. I went through the images, videos to see, okay, this is what I saw.
I feel it was too late for me because I was 11 when I heard that, and then I feel my parents should have educated me on it as I was growing up, and then I feel my parents were the ones I was supposed to hear that from, and then not my colleague.
It wasn't too late and then it wasn't too early because I was at 12 at then, and I was in primary 6, and then I had started menstruating, so I thought it was very good for me to know about sex.
At what age should children be exposed to sex education, and what context should it look like?
I think as early as 3, children should start learning things about themselves and about their sex and get oriented in those aspects. And it should be holistic. We should have a broader context of the topic handled in our school levels. Children should be made to learn most of this sex education trends so that they become fully aware because they are involved. And children, we are told, starts very early in this stage. So we should, make it as part of the curriculum, and we should pay particular attention to it.